Hey, oh, welcome back with Camping with Steve. I'm kidding. Welcome back to the channel. As you can probably tell, we're doing some camping in the Meet Wagon here. On this beautiful, spring evening, I guess? So we'll flip around here and we'll check that out. Okay, so let's do this. Let's check this out. Ugh. Okay, well, we got stuff all set up here. Place to sleep, eat, video games, fans, all whole 9 yards. Okay, flip you guys around. So we're gonna go through a typical evening in the Meet Wagon and show you guys around what I do to keep entertained, to be fed, and get a good night's sleep before the next event. Okay, enough of this. Let's go over and see what we can do. Okay, so we're gonna go and I'm gonna show you this little entertainment center I've built. Flip around here. It might not look much, but it's a little TV. Let's get it plugged in and pulled out here for a better viewing angle and turn on the gaming system. Now most of you probably won't recognize this. This is an Everclade system. This is a new cartridge-based system playing retro games. I have a handheld version too, so I can play old video games on new hardware anytime I want. So we're gonna boot up a one of my favorites here. It's Duke Nukem, but the original DOS games. So 1 and 2 remastered. We'll play 1. So, okay, kiddos, come around the campfire kind of story. There used to be video games, and you used to run them on DOS, and this is one of them. Duke Nukem is a first-person shooter, I guess you'd call it, from a third-person angle. Later episodes went to first person. Let's see if I'll boot up here. Here we go. Yes. Duke 1, continue. I've been playing Duke 1, and we'll, I'll stop it here, but I will be playing this to keep myself entertained tonight. I'm going to flip you guys around here. Now, unfortunately, I was cooking with my little My Mini. It's a little sandwich maker. I need to clean it, but I did a video on how I was making a garlic bread grilled cheese, and the footage didn't come out. Somehow it ended up in slow-mo and I didn't catch it. So maybe if I make another one before I head home, I'll get that on film and put it in. But before that, I'm going to show you over to my refrigerator. Okay, this is the not so giant refrigerator, but it's a battery powered cooler. Let's open this up. Now I have these huge 12 amp hour batteries powering these, and I have enough of these so I can power this all through Iola, Wednesday through Sunday. So Jefferson is kind of a cakewalk for this thing. Get this open. Funny enough, this actually has a little light on it that will light up when it's dark. But I have energy drinks and snacks and water and soda, whole 9 yards. I'll close this up. And then we're gonna flip over here. Got a little pantry up here. So I have my chips and bread and such just out of the way. A nice view and some nice airflow through that window here. So, well, I'm gonna have to reshoot some of this video, but as you can tell from the funny intro, if you're not familiar with Camping with Steve, it's a great channel. I'll try to link it in the description so you can check out his stuff. The first video I ever saw of his was camping in a U-Haul, and then he got banned from U-Haul. He didn't know that you can't camp in U-Hauls. And then I've seen some other videos of him. I try to watch as many as I can since he does stealth camping videos, and I kind of built this to be stealth-like when I need to. So, like going to a license plate meet, I don't want to get a hotel. I have all the doors closed. I have my blackout shades, whole 9 yards. No one really knows I'm in here with the lights on. Light doesn't get out, light doesn't get in. Ooh, what was that? Not used to this wind blowing things around here. But I have all these cabinets up here to store food things and coffee and cleanup kits. And I think you can tell over here I store other things. And then the little safe here. This is a wonderful vehicle to do this. A lot of people kind of think I'm just sleeping in the back of an old truck, which technically I am sleeping in the back of an old truck, but it's much nicer. The bed I have is actually a Tempur-Pedic because I'm bougie and I can't sleep on a regular mattress. I have video games, as you can see. I can cook. Hopefully you'll see that later on. I'll reshoot that video my next dinner time. Since I'm down here for a couple days, I can do that. I have a wonderful bed. I have electronics to play with. I have a battery system that's powering all this right now. That's quiet. So I can be in a neighborhood and I don't have to run a generator. I don't have to run the truck. I don't have to worry about draining the truck batteries because since it is an ambulance, I can just not hit the dead man switch. And over here, if I can get a good... So over here, action area is this light. The dome lights, I'm gonna pan, are those big old lights. So I can technically run those back here. The pump, I'm not sure if the inverter works. I'd have to check that out. The exhaust fan doesn't. But these won't work because I have the kill switch on. Enough of that. It is Jefferson. I have unloaded my stuff to a spot in building 2. Mo was so kind and so sweet enough to let me borrow a spot. Oh, there goes one of my doors to shut. So if you see this, Mo, thank you. It really does mean a lot. And I hope I can give back in a way that is appreciated. So what else are we going to do tonight? Well, we played some video games off camera. We ate. Hopefully I'll get a cooking episode in this. I don't really drink on the road, so I don't partake in adult beverages, especially since this is a truck and I have access to the the wheel. I don't know how that goes. I'm on private property. It wouldn't be a big deal, but I'm not risking it. So what else? Probably going to go to bed early tonight because it's going to be an early day tomorrow. At 6 a.m. I'm going to go back and set up my stuff and get that all situated. I'm not actually really selling plates per se. I'm doing Casey's license plate art this time around. I'm either going to try to sell out and shut down Casey's license plate art and not have to deal with that ever again, or I'm going to sell all the big stuff and the stuff that doesn't ship very well, and then I'm going to redesign that business, I guess, to be a online business, to maybe eBay, maybe Etsy, probably. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys, well, probably be your significant others that partake in license plate crafts, not you guys, but hey, do you want a birdhouse? Do you want a beer koozie carrier thing? You know, let me know. But yeah, I don't have much to show yet, especially since around somewhere is the videos of the cabinets and what's inside, and I don't think this is off camera, but if you go over this way, I can reach out and grab batteries. It's dark in there, but I can reach batteries and then shut this. That's the old oxygen door, so you could reach in, turn the nozzle on the oxygen, but it works perfectly. I redesigned the cabinet to hold batteries, and I love it. So yeah. What other things do you want to see about the Meet Wagon? You know, if you want stats or stuff like that, let me know. It is a 1988 Ford E350 XL. So it was probably one of the highest trim levels back in the day. So it has cruise control. Oh, cruise control. It scares me sometimes. It's not quite a throttle control like some of the older ones that you just it kind of locks in the gas pedal at a certain level. It does slow down, speed up, but it's a little rough when it does that. It doesn't have power windows and locks, unfortunately. I believe the AC just needs to be recharged. Probably should do that. This climate control back here doesn't work. It probably needs to be fixed. But otherwise, most everything else works. There's probably, with these old emergency vehicles, there's always electrical gremlins that like to pop up here and there. I gotta fix some of this molding. I think the glue's finally wearing off after almost, not quite 40 years. It's getting there though. So I need to re-glue some of these pieces back in. So I got to do that. I just haven't had time. But soon, with these back-to-back events. So last weekend was Dairyland Meet in Burlington. Of course, this weekend's Jefferson. Next weekend, Steam. The weekend after that is halfway to Halloween, where I film hot picking for the channel. And then the weekend after that is, of course, the Wisconsinites Independent Meet at the museum. Oh yeah, I'm tired. I don't know how these all fell into the same pattern, but hopefully it's not that next year. We're reshooting the cooking stuff because I messed up yesterday, so hopefully it's working now. So I got this little My Mini from like Walmart. I just got it because it was the cheapest. And we're gonna do a little cooking thing here. So we're gonna make a garlic grilled cheese. Just something easy. It's been a very long day at Jefferson. Sold $20. Ouch. Very much ouch. Since fuel alone, you know, that's probably going to be well over $100 for this trip. So hopefully tomorrow sells better. If not, I'm crying myself to sleep. But I digress. So I got this garlic spread. Smells really good. This will hopefully help the cooking process and time. So I think the directions said a normal grilled cheese is like 3 minutes. Since this is room temperature, I'm probably only going to do it for 2 minutes because I tested out with some other stuff and the butter was cold and it was about 3 minutes. So with warm ingredients, it's probably going to be quicker. Let's get this cut. Hopefully. Okay. Perfect. Oh, I made a mess. Okay. Oops. There we go. Now this on, it's heating. It has a little LED, and then when it goes off, it's ready. And then we'll put the ingredients in. Okay, it's ready. So I'm gonna quickly throw in this ingredients on here. Ooh, listen to that sizzle. Gotta move fast. Clean up my mess here a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks about that. Ooh, very hot. Be careful, very hot. But look at this nice garlic grilled cheese. So get this cut here. It tries to like make it into like pockets, which is kind of interesting. So I'm not going to torture you guys to watch me eat. I'm going to let this cool down. Just try a bite if it's cool enough. That's really good. Didn't get any cheese yet, but the bread's really good with that garlic spread. Well, as I eat this, let's have future me go to the next segment for you guys. So it's been a lot of talking and not a lot of showing. So let's pop over. I'm going to show you. I do have a little plate wall in here. You guys probably haven't seen it in a while. Let me move some things. So I have these Rhode Island State Patrol plates. My name, of course, my birth year. My Booga or Quartz was my wife's seeing eye dog. After she retired, she was my dog, but she was doing some autism service stuff I didn't even know until after she passed. And that's why we have Avery, and training her to be a autism dog lab, because she was a black lab. XX22, there's a lot of history on that, but so for Air Patrol, you don't see much of those around. And I was experimenting with names. So the original name of this vehicle is Unit 4. I was trying No Wee Woo because they took out the sound box, but I think Meet Wagon is probably a better name. What do you guys think? I'm just gonna pop up the seat. Oh, sit down. So yeah, this is quite convenient with all the seating. Seats just pop up. If I took out the bed, I'd have 3 more seats and actually there's a storage container underneath that bench over there, which is handy for stuff I don't use that often. Kind of a backup emergency supply of stuff in there. Okay, well, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If so, please like it. Tell me if you want to see more or if you want to see something else. Thank you for all the support. Just to let you know, I do have Patreon right now. I'm kind of building it to sell swag, sell services, and support not only the channel but the museum. There's a link below. I do have a free section, and I'm using that free section to advertise events like where we'll be, where Dairyland will be, Wisconsin Nights, meets, stuff like the car shows and all that. I also put free videos up depending on the topic, maybe a special request now and then. I'm still trying to get the hang of it, so pop over there, sign up for an account. If you like it, support me. If you don't like it, well, you still have other things on that platform that's not anywhere else. Not only that, that is going to be my number one place to keep up with communication. So I'm not really keeping up with Messenger or emails at this point. Basically, it's Patreon and school. And if you do join, even the lowest level, you get free school, both of them. I hope you like that. The other levels, you get swag either every other month, swag every month, or some of the higher packages, you get like shirts and t-shirts and all that. To thank you for all the support. So, well, I better head to bed. Thank you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.